Is some new information that's just has started coming across a little while ago. Then I realized part of this has been happening. Part of it I knew, but the newest information concerning the second person who's now under arrest and is currently in custody in relationship to the kidnapping that we were following here on the channel a couple weeks ago, last month. um Soraya, little 2-year-old Soraya, who was taken by her father and her father's girlfriend, fiance, to Mexico. We were following for quite a while on that, and she came home safe. However, there's been a lot going on since then, trying to find out, okay, what exactly happened, who's being arrested, who is responsible, all of that. And we're starting to get answers, guys. Indictments have now started coming through, and I wanted to share those as soon as I got them. I did just notice, though, we have Miss Thea in the chat right now. How you doing, Miss Thea? Girl, I am having so much fun. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Save Robbie is doing a movie. Okay, that's kind of a true crime type of thing. Okay, it's actually going to be so much fun. And Thea is in it, and I've been watching what he's been sending me, and we've all been talking and on. Oh my God, Thea, you were so good. I can't wait to see what comes together on that. I really can't. And um, however, this is, I'm not sure how many people we'll actually have here today, but I do know our replay crew can get a little larger. So I'm going to share a couple different things. Not only, yeah, it's going to be amazing, Thea. And not only on this case, I did want to share before we get talking about Aaron James, who's now our second person who's in custody. For those of you who don't remember who James is Aaron's dad. So now we have family members who are in jail right now and being held, okay, on no bond, zero bond right now, all in relationship to Aaron and Nadia leaving the country with 2-year-old Soraya. But first, before we go into that, I did want to, it's a chicken laid power out. But hey, yeah, as long as we have our phone, see, that's my problem. Our power goes out in Hawaii. And because of where I live, sorry. Oh, is that what you want? You want one of these? Sorry, I've got a really picky dog right here, right now. In where I live in a valley, and the phone connections kind of go right over us. So when the power goes out, the repeaters aren't working right. So I lose my phone when I don't have power. It's so freaking boring. When you don't have any TV, you don't have any radio, you don't have nothing. It's crazy. I hope you get your power back on quick, my dear. And also, but before we do move on with Aaron, James, and the mystery person who I'm hoping you guys can help let me know, who do you think? Looks like 3 defendants have been named in this indictment, and we're going to go over the indictment. Who do you think that third person is? I have my own thoughts on this. I see what you guys have to say on it. But before we do go into that, just real quickly, those of you who are here in Hawaii, please, and even those of you who aren't, the more we share out her picture, the better. Misha Johnson is still missing. Misha is the 19-year-old who is 6 months pregnant. Her mom, okay, and her sisters and her whole family are looking for her. Okay, she's 3 months away from giving birth to a cute little sweetheart, an addition to their family. And she is married to a soldier who is assigned to Schofield Barracks. We talked about her on Monday. We need to get the word out about her. Please help me share that out. So Misha, here's her poster. We're looking like crazy out here in Hawaii, and the more you guys can share, the better off, because if she or someone else out there realizes how much people are looking for information, maybe they'll speak up at that point. So let's go through here. Where are we with this? Sorry, let me go. There we go. This is little Soraya. Bingo. Either mama or girlfriend. And those are the 2 people in the back of my mind. By the end of this, I think I can strongly say who I think the third person is. I really thought mom probably, but the more I'm looking now, that does not mean that there's not more coming, guys. But from what we're seeing, yeah. So this is Soraya. For those of you who forget, I've got the picture of Nadia, Aaron, and Soraya up in the corner up there. This was one of the pictures that Soraya and her mom, okay, Samara, took when they first got to connect with each other again. And hello, 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 Robbie. I was just telling them about the movie you're working on because we have our dear Thea in chat also. So I'm so excited about that. You gotta get it out. Well, no, I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of us who still need to record things. So anyhow, so this is Soraya, and from my understanding, Soraya is happy. She's at home. She's with her mom and her grandma and all these people who love her and they're supporting her. And thank God, due to her age, okay, being away from family was just like a long vacation for her. And all. So that was a blessing in disguise as compared to someone who's older who might recognize there's something wrong. Okay, hopefully she'll never. But on the other hand, I do have to say this, guys, her whole life changed because of the actions of her dad, her grandfather, and someone else. And because now her relationship with other family members on her paternal side of the family will be changed forever. And so let's start doing this. Okay, I'm going to pull up next and we're going to start reading through this, the indictment that came out. Now, as many of you guys know, Aaron was arrested immediately. Okay, and over time, we've been figuring out what are the charges going to be. It now looks like we've got two charges here: conspiracy to commit international parental kidnapping, and then international parental kidnapping itself. So that's where, for a while there, we weren't sure. Are they going to put it under, okay, where are they going to throw it? Because there were a couple different areas they could have thrown it under. One thing you can tell from here is this document is heavily redacted. However, the redactions are pretty easy to figure out, I'll be honest. Okay, by the end of it, I'd say 99, if not all of percent, if not all, can be figured out. First of all, you have Aaron here. Okay, then you have two other names. Those are the names we've been trying to figure out. Now, one of those names has been figured out now. And here I'll show you who that person is. Let me see, Chrome tab, where are we here? Here we go. So we now have two people from the Aung family who have been arrested and are currently in the Spokane County Jail. Okay, you have Aaron himself. Just kind of go through this so people can see he's on a hold through the U.S. Marshals. I have gone through a lot of this stuff, and I'll be honest, I don't know if it's going to let me know. It, just so you know, the citation cannot be, when I clicked on it, I get a separate page saying, citation you requested cannot be found, please. All of this is being held very, very tight right now. Okay, but you can see here when intake occurred 8 days ago. Wow, what a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Wonder what that angel number is. And also, interestingly, the other Aung family member, we now have the second name, Jaimes Aung, who, if those of you who can remember, was dad. Now, dad, okay, Aaron's dad is the one who they were using his vehicle, okay, the Cadillac that was found going into Mexico. That's it. Now let's click here just to see what pops up with this. It allowed me to do it a little early. There we go. Same thing. He was arrested today. That is why all of a sudden this all started to make a lot more sense when all this came together. Again, U.S. Marshal hold. So the connections, yeah, it's making complete sense now. We have a third person right now. No one connected is showing up yet, but I have a funny feeling, unless there's a deal or something that we don't know about, and there could be a deal. Many people have wondered, is Nadia waiting for a deal right now? Very possible. Okay. Let me ask you guys, those of you in chat right now, how many of you guys feel Nadia has been working on getting some sort of deal through this? Because those of you who do remember, and I'm going to pull up while we're talking about this, pull up that indictment again, all the paperwork. Um, those of you who remember, Nadia was supposed to be going on a vacation with her family when she up and disappeared and met up with Aaron, and the two of them went with Soraya into Mexico. So when they were all found, interestingly, Aaron was arrested, but Nadia wasn't. So there's been a lot of questions. Is Nadia working on a deal? Is there something else going on? Is there more to it? Maybe okay, maybe she was threatened to go. Who knows? We don't know yet. That's what's going to come out of course, any court or trial. Let me share this out so we can pull this up. So let me know, what do you guys think about that? Indictment, there we go. Okay, so let's start going through this and we will see what we can come out with it. So we have the three names. We now know two of the three names. And what do you have? If she was smart, she would. I agree. Hands down. I think she would if she's smart. And guys, don't forget, Nadia just graduated, on her way to becoming a lawyer. She was, that's where she was going, was criminal law. I mean, she understands, the law and crime. Yeah, was she a victim of the family lies? That's something I've kind of held on to myself. Because I've heard some other rumors that I haven't been able to verify yet, so I'm not going to come out talking too heavily about them yet. But all of us know what it's like. Well, just here on YouTube, gang, we know what it's like. People start spreading rumors or stuff like that, and when you care and love that other person, you're much more liable to believe them when they're telling you, oh yes, my daughter's being horribly abused and this and that, and you are like, does that mean that's what's happening? Hell no. It could be something else, but that's what we will find out through this. So let me see, here we go. So on or about May of 2024 and continuing until July 7th, in the Eastern District of Washington, elsewhere, including Mexico, the defendants Aaron Daniel Aung, and then we have one name and, one name. So they are just one name. The defendants Aaron Aung, and, there could be a comma in there that we're missing. So it could be all the defendants knowingly combined, conspired, confederated, and agreed to commit an offense against the law of the U.S. So international parental kidnapping. So as we go through everything, on or about May 29th, Aaron conducted a custody exchange of minor victim with minor victim's mother, Samara Harmon, at the Pullman, Washington police station. We remember, Samara would say that they always did their exchanges at the police station based off an agreement that they had. And so that happened, no problem. There were some concerns that Samara had. Soraya had recently been dealing with some constipation issues, so she had been passing on information about that. She handed over Soraya. That was the last time she saw her. The same day, Aaron, retrieved a Cadillac that was registered to blank. My understanding is that was dad, but I've also heard some other rumors it could have been a second person that was family. But put it this way, registered to a family member. From a storage unit at Inland Boat and RV Storage in Athol, Idaho. Same day again. Blank left the Seattle Tacoma International Airport. Now, this is one of those redacted names. Guys, you can type it into chat. You know who that is right there. Who left the Seattle Tacoma International Airport, where she had checked in for a scheduled flight, to meet Aaron, Soraya, and travel to Mexico. We all know you're late, no problem, my dear. You're only late because I happen to go much earlier than I normally do. So you're good, my dear. I think we can all fill in the blank here. We all know the case. Nadia, bingo. Okay, so now we're starting to be able to fill in the blank as to who this is. Smiley's here too. Hey, Smiley, welcome, my dear. And so our first kind of blank filling out very easily there. The next day, on or about May 30th, Aaron traveled with Soraya through the Eastern District of Washington into the Western District of Washington. So he was coming from picking up Soraya, traveled from one side to the other. Okay. Where he met up with blank at a pre-designated location in Tacoma, Washington. Most of us from following the case can pretty much say, yeah, that's probably Nadia again. Okay, at that point, Nadia left the airport, okay, and met up with Aaron at a pre-designated location. On or about June 1st, Aaron and that other person, Nadia, crossed the border to Mexico with Soraya. On or about June 3rd, Aaron failed to return minor victim to minor victim's lawful parent, Samara. Okay, or Samara, at the designated location, again, at the police station. Okay, we remember the story around there. He was supposed to drop her off at the police station. At that point, the police were starting to talk to Samara, saying, you know what, do you know anything about his girlfriend? And then it was like, nah, why don't you come down for the transfer? And did that. Of course, he didn't show up. And all of this started to fall into place, exactly how everything was connected. And so on or about May 31st, okay, through June 16th, blank. Now, as soon as you guys think you can fill in this name, type it into chat, gang. This person assisted Aaron Aung in avoiding law enforcement detection by exchanging coded and encrypted messages and warning him about the ongoing investigation on how to avoid detection. Any thoughts there? Okay, we know it's not Nadia because she's with him. There's no need to be doing encrypted codes and stuff like that. There's one other person being mentioned in this indictment. That's the one other person that is currently been arrested as of today, and that's Dad. A lot of us had wondered. We remember when the Aung family, yep, James, Dad, there you guys go. I hate the time lapse between things, and also, but yep, Dad. And there you go. Cluck, cluck, chicken lady's got it too, James. We all remember when the Aung family house was quote unquote raided, searched, and we wondered, they took out a lot of, computers, they took all sorts of stuff with them, and we always wondered what came of that. Well, here's our answer. We now know. Okay, someone, and according to them, it looks like Dad, according to everything we're seeing here, okay, actually was warning Aaron about what was going on, and which is fitting almost exactly with what a lot of people thought. And on or about June 1st until July 4th, Aaron and blank Nadia remained in Mexico with Soraya, contrary to Samara's parental rights. So that is the whole area. Okay, the first charge. The first charge being, let me pull back here, conspiracy to commit international parental kidnapping. So that's going through, discussions that may have happened between pre-planning, because for Nadia to show up and show up at a predetermined place, that was discussed ahead of time. For Dad to be talking about things throughout this, that's the conspiracy right there. Now we're moving on to the actual kidnapping, the second count. Okay, on or about June 1st through July 7th in the Eastern District of Washington and elsewhere, including Mexico, Aaron and Nadia did remove minor victim from the U.S. and retain minor victim outside of the U.S. with the intent to obstruct the lawful exercise of another parent's rights, and did aid and abet the same in violation. Okay, so we're continuing to get that, and that's it. So this is what's been coming out today, I think it was. When did this one come out? 7th, filed yesterday. So we do know there's some major hush hush gag stuff going on in this. They are not letting a lot of documentation out on this right now. A lot of people have wondered, were there other family members, Aung family members involved? A lot of people know they put up that whole website that was pretty much, and I'm sorry, okay, very seldom do I come out this strong, but it was nothing but a character assassination of Samara and her family in my eyes. Um, and I get divorce and custody can be nasty, but that will, okay, a lot of us wondered, okay, were other people involved? And I think that's something we're going to start seeing. To me, it's kind of interesting. Dad has this, but no one else in the family yet. So whether or not he's just taking the blame for it all or what, I don't know. I don't know on that. What's your guys' thought? Do you think there's more people involved than just his dad? Okay, so a lot of us thought mom probably because, okay, mom was involved to some degree. Could she have been involved further? Sister, things like that. A lot of us had thought that at one point. What's your guys' thoughts in chat on that? So that's what we're getting right now. Now, what happens next? Are they, if dad, exactly. And that's, I don't see how dad is involved, but mom is not at this point, especially with how the family themselves were responding during this. Okay, there was a lot of what almost felt like coordination among family members during this process, okay, on the character assassination side of things. Okay, I can't say whether or not they were all involved in saying, hey, Aaron, now the police are thinking this or they're thinking that or whatever. That I can't speak to. But I can speak to the other stuff. I can speak to what I was seeing on Facebook and on, okay, websites that were created, which, by the way, I think if I read everything correctly, the courts have come down and told the sister to actually take all of those websites down. So that was interesting too. So at this point, yeah, Adele had put up a bunch of stuff concerning, okay, everything that was going on. And a lot of that has been told that needs to come down now. That is not something that should be out. And I'm trying to say, okay, here it was. There was actually here, let me share this with you guys real quickly so you can actually see what it is I'm reading from. Here we go. So this was something that was shared out. It was the Aung family statement. A lot of this came from the website itself. And they had done an update on it on July 31st, saying due to a court decision on a protection order for harassment. Okay, I kind of find it interesting that you quotes around the word, okay, protection order and harassment. A protection order is not, okay, I mean, if that's a legal document, it's a legal document. It's not a maybe document. It's a legal document. That's why things like court orders are so serious. Okay, once there is a court order, it is real. It's not quote unquote. That's just my thing. But due to a court decision on those two things on July 31st, all social media posts have been taken down. This includes this Facebook group, YouTube channel, Aung Family Statement, website, change the petition.org, okay, change.org petition, GoFundMe site. If you wish to donate, they gave all the stuff for donating, and then they had the information, okay, for everything else. So it's kind of interesting to see how all of that has kind of come together there. My thought, unless Nadia has a deal going on, okay, I suspect there's another arrest coming up fairly soon. I think the one on Dad was probably the most important one at this point because no one knew with that one what was going on. Okay. Who I really do want to hear from right now is honestly Nadia. I want to know exactly what was going on in that. Okay, what was her thought process in there? Because, like, okay, Chicken Lady was saying, something doesn't feel right in that. And there's more to that. For some reason, my gut is saying there's more to that side of this whole story. And I know we're going to get the answers. It's going to come out in trial for sure. So we'll see what happens with all that. If there are more updates, I'll let you know tomorrow. I will be doing the normal true crime weekly update. We've got a couple different cases going on right now. Actually, before I get done with this, I do want to share with you guys something Sleuth has been sharing out on Angel. So let me pull that up real quick. I do want to thank all you guys who hang out with me with these real quick pop-up lives like this. So let me real quickly just pull up Miss Sleuth Moms here and share with you Angel, because Angel is missing out there, and Sleuth has done some really good coverage on her right now. The quicker we can get her story out there, though, the better. So if you guys can help me with that, let me come on over here. Okay, if you come over here, she's actually put together a whole document summarizing everything in connection with Angel's disappearance. Okay, this is a 15-year-old who went missing, and there's a lot going on in this case right now. I'm right now trying to get caught up with this so that I can update you guys on it tomorrow. But right now we need to share her information out. So again, this is Angel. Angel is 15 years old with blonde hair, brown eyes. She's 5'1" and 260 pounds. Okay, she was last seen on August 2nd. So she's now been missing, 6 days? Okay, in West Virginia. She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, black shorts, and white sneakers. So if you have any information, please check that out. Also, I'm going to real quickly share the link to this morning's sorry. Please go check this out, gang. I mean, please go check this out. If you have not seen my video from Monday about Misha, please check that out. But right now, we need to get both of these stories out there as quickly as possible. Okay, among thousands of other stories also. Okay, so if you guys can help me out, I just put that link here. Please go check that out. Tomorrow, I'll update you guys on her. Any updates we have on this case that we just discussed here, as well as Misha's. And others we know. Oh, Caleb, for example, his autopsy is coming through right now. Unfortunately, very little on the answers, guys. Very little on the answers. I don't know if anyone will consider doing a second autopsy, or if the family will just look for peace at this point. But it does look like police and the ME really don't feel like they're able to pull together a real reason behind his death. Okay, what led to his death. So please keep his family still in your prayers, guys, because at least they know he's not out there being held or hurt or anything like that. But they still have all of those questions, and you guys know how our minds can play the worst thing in the world with those questions. You are so welcome, Smiley. You are so welcome. And also, I'll be doing that. If there are any cases you guys would like updates on tomorrow, please do me a favor. Send me a message on Facebook. Okay, you guys can find me on Facebook. Just go to the Local My Life. Okay, I have a Facebook group there, and you guys can join us and connect with me. I'm on Messenger. You guys can connect with me that way. And let me know who those people are that you guys would like some more updates on, and I can do some research between now and tomorrow. So otherwise, you can always, of course, and also, I got workers here at the house right now. I just told them, guys, I got to go. I have something a little bit more important right now, which is these updates. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. Cassie, are you done being a troublemaker all day? Yeah. Are you? Yeah. She's like, someone's in the house, Mom. Help me. Someone's in the house. Yes, they are. I got the other two laying by the door right now. They're like, let us out. So I'm going to let them out. So talk to y'all later. Aloha, mahalo. Love you guys. Aloha and mahalo. Goodbye.